Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup. So let's zoom in. We are at the second duel. Second match here in Group B. We have two decks with 3 points. So both these decks won their previous matchup. So super important. The deck that wins this one should be almost certain that it should move on right to the top 16 playoffs. So let's take a look. We have a winner from a couple of editions ago from the Cross-Banlist Cup, being previous edition by the way, Light and Darkness Dragon, Dragon Rulers, basically the world's deck list, right? It's going to take on a deck that has already been featured in the Cross-Banlist Cup, which is Metalfoes, OG Metalfoes. Billy Breaks, was it first place of ICS decklist? I think so. Disgusting decklist, by the way. I feel it's such a strange deck, Metalfoes. It feels like it always has like a slow start, but eventually Metalfoes Fusion, Mithrilium, Bumbuku, not to forget, and of course having access to Unicorn, which we got back right in the TCG. It's kind of like it's a disgusting deck if you think about it. So Light and Darkness Dragon goes first, but Rulers goes first. But immediately the Maxi. The Maxi hurts because that prevents me from setting up. I could, but there is no reason to give Metalfoes more answers, more monsters basically, because this is again Master Rule 3 Metalfoes. So they have the capability to, and this is strong. Isn't there only normal summon Bumbuku? I think so. Well, maybe eccentric Archfiend. But obviously the Metalfoes monsters themselves as well, but you know what I mean. Bumbuku is a fantastic normal summon, plus it's basically destruction fodder for the Metalfoe pendulum effects. And this escalated quickly. I have breakthrough skill set, but breakthrough skill doesn't work against Bumbuku, and they can just go for an OG pendulum summon to attack for a game. So that kind of hurts. Again, that Maxi hurt a little bit, but it is what it is. Again, both decks having access to Maxi. So Rulers again going first, and no Maxi this time, and I see the Super Rejuvenation plus Gold Sark, that's fantastic, but hopefully the Super Reju lets me draw into Veiler, hopefully, at least to stop a potential Mithrilium from coming off, or going off. Maxi definitely helps out. I do get Typhooned on, what was it, the set Gold Sark. Did I already use everything? Probably. Okay, yeah. Drew the Eradicator Virus would have been fantastic, especially going first, but still have Maxi. Maxi indeed before the Pendulum Summon. That's the deal with Metalfoes. Billy Break was, Metalfoes back then was running the small Cleaford package, Cleaford package or Cleaford Scout searching the monolith, and then both can be, obviously the, Scout getting popped by one of the Metalfoes, setting itself up in the extra deck, and then you can go for Infinity. It's basically an extra negation, but like look at this hand. This hand is not the best. Sure, I got a couple of draws off of Maxi, but you need to invest into a couple of Rulers. Double Typhoon, I guess Typhoon could prevent a Pendulum Scale from setting up, but I need to play around the dodge, plus a potential full Metalfoes fusion, which, drops Alkaist. Alkaist basically works the same as Thousand Eyes Restrict, almost, long story short, I still had one Mystical Space Typhoon for a potential scale. Problem is again that Cyber Dragon Infinity, right? Negating any, at least being an Omni negation. Indeed, I do use Typhoon, but that gets met by the Infinity. And I think my set is the Eradicator, right? Yeah. And that was the deal, like keeping that Infinity for later, that was a good play. Mithrilium hits the field, Metalfoes Fusion gives them another draw, Mithrilium, sends back 2, bounce 1? Is it back to the hand? I think it's back to the hand. And this is again more than enough to attack for games. So even though that Maxi was powerful, a couple of draws, you're using your 2-card Dragon Ruler combos to set up another dragon, but they cannot attack when they're summoned off of their baby counterparts, and that hurts as well. So I prevent the monolith from being searched. I think that was good, because again, I don't want Infinity to hit the board, especially with this hand. And normal summoning Crow is not the best, obviously. And what is it? Is this going to be a cheap pendulum summon? Yeah, I'm going to pop the Kirin. I don't want to pop the, the other full Metalfoes monster, which is basically a Sangan, search. Problem though is that, the DD Crow, right. And I'm kind of forced to use Maxi I could have kept it, but I mean, what am I going to, you know, get, like, which value am I going to get from that? So go for Dracossack, and I'm not popping anything. Okay, yeah, I think we know both sets, right? Weren't they searched previously? And the Bumbuku is a sick top deck. That's the deal with Bumbuku, is that Bumbuku can search basically any of the scales you need. So again, a full Pendulum Summon plus Kirin, and that's a huge, huge deal. Kirin is really killing. That's the deal. Kirin is really a huge deal for this deck. It prevents, gets rid of the Dracossack, plus can attack, etc. Mithrilium bounces back, sets up your entire Metalfoes engine, and this is not enough to attack for a game. Problem is, again, what can I do after this? There is no extra deck summon for Metalfoes, but the Typhoon is not going to get it. And this is a swift 3-0, even though it felt beforehand that yeah, maybe Metalfoes having the slight advantage is also the more recent deck. Master Rule 3 Pendulum Mechanic, not to forget. We see how powerful Kirin is against a lot of the old school decks. Stuff like Bumbuku as a Stratos, which can be popped, and you know, that's basically more advantage for Metalfoes, right? So, yeah, there isn't really anything I could have done, I think. So that's kind of like a bummer. Okay, so yeah, next matchup, feel free to leave a prediction. Thanks for watching, feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Riddim signing out. Peace.